Thanks, Andrew.
All right, breaking news on the IRS scandal, and you guys threw it to the Tea Party guy. I get it. Newly released documents reveal that former IRS official Lois Lerner called Republicans crazies and more in a newly released email. Dave Camp, Republican Dave Camp, who chairs the House Ways and Means Committee, released the emails just minutes ago as part of the investigation. In the series of emails with a colleague in November 2012, Lerner made two disparaging remarks about members of the GOP, including one word that I was told not to say on television by Kennedy. Camp says the emails show Lerner's disgust with conservatives. In one email, Lerner called them crazies. In the other, well, we can't repeat it, but what am I supposed to use?
It rhymes
glass
with
bowls.
Yeah,
glass bowls.
That's
what Kennedy gives me my cues of what to say, and you all chime in, and I really am outnumbered on saying that. But, you know, here's the thing. One, she's doing this as she's working for the IRS. She has a political opinion while she works under the Hatch Act. This is a violation. I've worked under that. But it points to the culture and the problem within the left wing of the American, I call it bureaucracy. It's no longer just a systemic issue. They're pushing it out. It's like the AP tweet. These institutions are polluted by people like this who don't get hired and do their jobs, Andrea. They turn around and do whatever they want, and they feel they're, indemnified.
She's doing the job that they expected her to do. I mean, it's no shock who her history is as Lois Lerner, right? She was on an elections board in the state of Illinois years ago in the 90s. Her reputation is one to push Republicans out of a race. She's a political hack, and she got that job because of her bullying skills. And you see in this email, conservatives are going to destroy the country. She was placed there by this administration to do exactly what she did. And we're getting closer and closer with each new round of emails that they claimed were destroyed, which is weird.
And by the way,
but we have an email
those
here.
Those emails that we haven't seen were so hot, they melted her hard drive. Like, you think this stuff is incendiary?
Well, apparently they weren't that hot because now they were just scratched. Sandra, look at the business end of this. The IRS is supposed to do its job, and look, we can have the argument about the tax code another time. But what about people's trust in the IRS when we have this kind of partisanship coming out? Americans, should they fear the IRS?
Look, she wasn't just showing disgust of conservatives, she was showing an utter hatred of conservatives in these emails. And Dave Camp goes on to say that I hope that this means the DOJ is going to go on to aggressively pursue this case. But then it brings up the question, and I'd be curious your take, will there now finally be a special prosecutor appointed to this?
There needs to be. I've said this for I don't know how long since this started on my radio show that we need a special prosecutor. It has teeth. A select committee can do the job also. The leadership in the House has to stop playing this game. Eric Holder is not going to prosecute Lois Lerner. As he said, I'm Obama's guy and I'm here for the long haul. So Jedediah, select committee, Speaker Boehner, step up. Dave Camp and the leadership, Scalise, all of them. It's time for the Republicans to put teeth to this and get this going.
Yep, and now we know why she didn't want to testify, because she was afraid that all of this would come up. Now, this is a new email we're seeing. Heaven only knows what else is going to be coming down the pike. If this is coming down now, I think you're going to see that this was very clearly agenda driven. I think she's behind it. I think it potentially goes much higher than her. I think that's what they're all afraid of, and I think it's time for Republicans to force answers on this. Force answers. Make it your job to get answers on this.
Kennedy, I can't leave you out of this because the libertarians have stepped up about the IRS in general. Real quick on this. Does this give the libertarians a big platform?
It gives libertarians the shivers because the IRS already uses coercion, but the fact that they are now politically motivated, people were already fearful of the IRS, and now there's distrust and disdain.